Okay, guys, this is a sewing box, and it has all this stuff inside. So we can open that, and then you like move this up. And by the way, we got this from Hobby Lobby, and it's like very viable, and you can like stretch these out, and it has all the accessories. Like this one's different. Like you can open them.
Very cool. Do you guys want to have Grandma show you each thing in here and what it is?
Yes.
All right.
Trey can.
All right, Trey, you pull something out and ask me.
I already know what these are. These are fabric.
No, those are not fabric.
Strings.
No, not string.
It's to sew something?
Yes, it is to sew something.
These
are spools of thread, and you've got all kind of pretty colors up here.
Okay. This is a magnet thing. I'll show you an example.
That's a good way. If you spill your pins, you can pick them up real quick, can't you?
Yeah.
And I know what this is.
Okay, that's good. Put that one back.
No, I don't know what this is.
We normally just spread them out.
This is a ruler, basically.
No, that's not called a ruler. In sewing, pick it back up.
Measuring.
In sewing, this is called either a tape measure or a measuring tape, because what it is it's a long thing here.
We also
And
have.
it should be about 60 inches long.
What?
Okay? Because sometimes you need to measure to the length of something or the width of something. So that's what that is. That's what I said it was called?
Measuring tape.
A measuring tape.
Measuring tape. Okay.
Oh, we also. This was also in there.
That is the tiniest pin cushion I've ever seen in my life. I don't think you can get very many pins in that. Mine's about this big.
That's where you put pins in?
Yeah, that's to put pins in when you're sewing. Okay, do you know what those are? What is that?
It's called a...
Can I poke it in?
I don't know.
Can I poke it?
Sure, poke one in. And let me tell you something about this. Okay, so let me hold it a minute. The way that... Now, this one is not one of them, but if you buy a real pin cushion, that's the bigger kind, you'll feel they have like grainy stuff inside. And what they do when you poke them in is they sharpen your pins. It's little stuff in there that's supposed to sharpen your pins. That was the point of it. This one just has like some cotton or fiber fill or something in it.
Oh.
So it's not going to sharpen your pins.
Okay.
But if you get a real one...
So we need to get a good one.
You need to get a good one. Yeah. Okay, do you remember? Have you thought of it? Okay. Where does it go? Do you know?
It goes on top of the sewing machine.
Not on top. Okay. This is called a bobbin. And
Can I even poke the pepper?
Y'all have some plastic bobbins and some metal bobbins. And if y'all bought the right kind, they should both fit the machine. And the reason it's good to have several bobbins, even though these are pre-wound with the colors, is because when you're using different colors, you want your colors to match on the top and the bottom of your whatever you're sewing. So you're going to have to fill bobbins up with different colors to match the top thread that you're using. And if you've got one filled up, you don't want to have to pull all that thread off of there to put another color.
I noticed
That's
that
a waste.
they had a bobbin spooler or something. You could have it.
Well, your machine should have a place to wind it.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see that in a little bit. Okay, Trey, what else you got a question? Or Taylor, it's your turn. What you got a question about?
What are these for? Fingers?
Okay, let me show you. This is called a thimble. When you're sewing by hand, sometimes, I wear mine on this finger. When you're sewing by hand, sometimes the fabric's kind of tough and you need to push the needle through. And so if you have a needle and it's hard to get through, let me get one of these little needles out and show
They're
you.
not poking
So
through.
pretend like I'm pushing this through.
Okay,
let me see.
It's not poking through.
You be still. If you're see, I'm having a hard time getting it through there. You put the needle on the end of that and push it through. So you don't poke a hole in your finger.
Look.
No, you don't poke. No, it's metal. Okay.
Here, I'm gonna
now
do-
what we're gonna do, y'all, is I want y'all to take things out one at a time and quit fiddling with stuff when
I'm a duckling.
we're talking about it, because you're not gonna know what it's called at the end when if you keep fiddling.
Now, do you guys understand the thimble?
Yes. Protects your finger when you push the needle inside of a hard thing that you can't.
A fabric,
fabric.
several layers of fabric usually.
Also, and some.
Leather. Okay, let's wait until. Okay, so are we good now? We know what the thimbles are for.
Yes.
Okay, and also another thing you need to know about thimbles is they're not generic. They come in different sizes.
Can I play with them?
You buy the size that fits whatever finger you feel most comfortable pushing the needle with. Quilters, people who make quilts, always use these. But now I use a leather thimble because it's just more comfortable on my finger.
Oh, yeah, that sounds better. I'd probably get a leather one.
But you do have to be more careful with them, because sometimes if the needles are tiny, they will poke through the leather and get you. So anyway, all right. So Taylor gave me this, and she wants to know what this is. And when I taught a sewing class about 30 years ago, we named this Jack because it's a seam ripper. And I don't know if y'all know who Jack the Ripper is, but older people will know that.
these will
Jack
be
the
cute
Ripper.
little
That's what this guy is right here. And anytime you sew something up and you look at it and you say, "Ooh, that's not right. I got to take that out." This is your best friend, because you take that little point and you poke it up under the seam and you push it through, and it's got a blade down here in that curve, and that cuts the threads and makes it easier to pull it apart so you can redo it. Okay?
All right.
Okay, so what you've got here is assorted needles. That means their eye, the hole in the needle, those are different sizes. And the needles themselves are different sizes, different lengths. And needles can come up to this long. They can be big.
What is this?
So, but these are for hand sewing, these needles, okay? And these are straight pins. These are called straight pins, and these I would probably put in a pin cushion eventually, when you get that good pin cushion with the grit inside.
Okay.
And it'll keep them nice and sharp.
What is
and these
this?
are for, just a minute, Tyler. These are for pinning things together when you're getting ready to sew, but you need it held in place, okay? Was this what you were asking about?
Yeah.
Okay, this
I
is
think
a
so.
needle threader, and what you do with this is you can use it with hand sewing needles, or you can use it with the machine needles. It has a little tiny wire on the end, and you poke that through the eye of the needle, and then you put a thread through it, and then you pull it back out, and it threads your needle for you. And this is really good for old people like me who can't see what they're doing anymore and can't find the eye.
And me.
Or people with big hands who have a hard time handling tiny things. These are safety pins, and that's just for pinning. If you do, a lot of people use these when they're quilting or something too. They use safety pins. And then over here you've got some buttons. Everybody knows what a button is. And then these are called hooks and eyes. Those are sewn on across from each other, and you hook it together. And these are kind of a hook and eye too, but they're a big heavy duty hook and eye. And then these are called snaps. And they pop apart and then pop back together after you sew. When you sew them on, you pop them apart and you sew them on, and then these two pieces are gonna pop back together like that.
Okay.
All right.
I don't think we're ready for anything that fancy yet.
No, probably not. Let's put these back in here. And then, was there anything else in here that y'all had a question about?
No, I'm ready.
Well, I see you got some little bitty scissors here. Yeah. Okay. These are kids' scissors, okay? These are real scissors. These are my
You said
scissors
put this
that I've
back?
had for probably 50 years. And I've only ever had them sharpened once. They're very good scissors. They're made by a company called Ginger. I love my scissors. I was looking for my other pair. I think my daughter might have absconded with them because these also come in a model that's about an inch and a half, 2 inches shorter.
Okay.
Benjamin go?
What's the
Yeah.
#1 rule?
These are straight scissors. Don't run with scissors.
No. The other #1
And
rule
carry them like this when you're carrying them.
is you don't cut paper with fabric scissors.
And oh, the #1 rule, yes. If you cut paper with my fabric scissors, you will be in deep trouble
Why?
because it makes the scissors get dull. These are strictly for fabric. And I caught one of my kids doing that the other day. Which one was it? Was it you? I believe it might have been. And then these are called pinking shears. So if you're working with something like denim, blue jean material or something that ravels really bad,
Like these?
when you cut it, if you'll cut it with this, it won't ravel as bad because it'll have a little zigzaggy edge on it.
Oh, okay.
But you need to get good ones because denim is really heavy duty and these scissors will go through it really quick. Really good. So that's the scissors I would recommend. And I think that covers your sewing things here. You said you brought some machine needles, but I don't see them here. Oh, wait. Here, we missed this whole top drawer. Wait a minute. Since we were talking about needles,
I took my microphone.
this one, you can actually see the sizes and the difference in the eyes and the lengths and what have you on these. See? Some of them have really long eyes, some of them have tiny eyes, some of them have big eyes,
Can I see?
wide eyes.
Now,
So,
those are
y'all
just
see
for
that?
hand sewing, right?
These are for hand sewing. That's all you can do with these is sew by hand. That's the only thing they're good for. But now these are the needles that go in the sewing machine. And they have ones that go to use for different things. They come in sizes also. And when you sew on the machine, the size is very important because that depends, the size, certain sizes go with certain kind of fabrics.
Okay.
And I'm not sure on your machine. You see the colors painted on them? The colors will help you to know which type of needle it is also. So if you go to sew blue jeans, you need a big heavy needle. If you go to sew something that's a real lightweight cotton or like a t-shirt, you need a knit needle for a t-shirt. If you go for something like this, that's mine, like cotton, you got to have another different needle. So you got to switch out the needles between what you're sewing. All right.
Okay. All right, I think we're ready to get into this sewing machine, guys. What do you think?
Am I sticking it in backwards? There it is.
All right, Trey, you want to get it?
That was the later dumplings. You know, the first dumplings always come out like mush.
Oh, well, I should have gotten this.
All right, so what are we unboxing here, Trey?
What is this called?
It's called a sewing machine. Also, a
You
cigar.
want to turn around and show everybody?
Oh, let's show them the big picture now.
So this is Singer.
Singer sewing machine. My first machine was a Singer.
You sure like those things.
My mama's machine was a Singer. So what are we getting out of here? Let's see what some of this is. All right, this is your foot pedal.
Big one, buddy. All right, let's see if we can get this thing out here.
So that's nice that it has that dust cover. They don't all come with that.
Can we show them how to turn it on?
All right.
All right, now I'm just guessing on the first thing you need is a manual. First thing I need is a manual. Figure out what some of this stuff is, because it's totally different than my machine. Even my Singer is different.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
Okay, I got the rest of the sewing machine done. But we just need the string and the other parts.
And the string is called what again?
It's
called the thread.
Thread, right.
Very good.
Good, you
You don't
remembered.
have to touch the microphone, buddy. It'll pick you up either way just fine. Promise.
I'm just
Okay?
trying to figure out what this piece is right here. I'm thinking it's your button foot, but I'm not sure. And I don't
we got
know.
1 page of instructions here.
Yeah, mine came with a whole book. So that's why I'm trying to figure this out. It looks like you could pull it out of here and put it up here because there's a square hole right there, and that looks like it's fit into a square hole. You know what I'm saying? I know what that's for. I do not know what that's for. I don't know what this is for. Yeah, Joshua, we're going to have to do our own little thing on trying to figure out what this stuff is before we start trying to have a video. Well, we're back, and now we have an instruction manual.
Yes.
After sewing for 50 years, this machine is totally different from anything I've had, so we need a manual. So, we've got it plugged in. We know a couple of things here. I know that these are bobbins. I know that this brush is for cleaning out your bobbin. You get lint down in here when you sew. It comes off the fabric, and you have to take your bobbin out, and you have to brush that out every now and then.
Okay.
Okay, and that is what this brush is for. I'm not sure why it looks like it comes apart, but anyway, we're going to get on into here to the instructions and figure this. They got a lot of pages of nothing here. Okay, so you have a thread tension dial. That is this one. Okay, so we got your thread tension dial, your thread take-up lever, which is in here. So if you turn this a little bit, you'll see it pop up over here on this side. Here it is right here on the top. See that? That's your thread. Yeah, now leave it up because you have to have it up when you thread your machine. Then you've got a thread cutter, which is, I told you a while ago, I thought that's what that was. And then down here you got your presser foot. This is called a presser foot right here. That you let it up and down, the presser foot, okay? And then this is your needle plate, okay? And then removable extension table. Apparently this bit comes off right here, but I'm not real sure how. Whoop, just like that. And the point of that, you can store stuff in here.
Oh, okay.
All these little bits, okay? They can be stored in here. Okay, that's for storage. Mine has one, but it's a box that slides around my arm. This arm is for when you're sewing something, like if you want to get to the inside of if you're trying to hem a pair of pants and they got a skinny leg, you can slide them up on here like this and then they'll go around this skinny part. Whereas if this is on here, they won't go all the way around that maybe. Or a sleeve, a cuff on a sleeve or something. So that's what the point of that is.
Does that make sense, Trey?
Does that make sense to you? Okay. So reverse sewing lever, that's this. So when you're sewing, Trey, sometimes you want to do what they say is a back stitch. It would help if you could see what I'm pointing to on the front.
Okay.
Let's pull your
I heard of a back. I did a back stitch before.
okay. This lever here. You're sewing along. You get to the end of the seam, and you want to do a back stitch. And the reason you do a back stitch, why do you think that is? Do you know? Well, I tell you what it is. It's to keep things from coming unraveled. It kind of locks the stitches. Okay. What's the problem?
Somebody farted.
Here. So you're sewing along, you get to the end, and you push this lever down, and it makes the machine automatically bring the fabric back towards you with a couple of stitches, okay? And that locks them in place. And then if you let it go, then it comes back. It goes the other way. Okay? We'll try it out so you can see. All right, a bobbin stopper. Number 8 is your bobbin stopper. That's this right here, Trey. This is called the bobbin stopper. Okay? This is your stitch width dial. So if you're doing like a zigzag stitch, you know, like this, back and forth,
Yes.
and you want to make it wider, you make it a bigger number. See? It goes from 0 to 6. But we are going to do a straight stitch first, so we're going to have it on 0, so it's just one straight line, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Now we're going to have to try out this tension because you messed with it and I don't know what it was set on originally. All right. You got your stitch width dial, you got your stitch length dial, which is this one. See this big knob right here, Trey? See this big knob? Are you going to watch him light the candle or are you going to look at the knob I'm trying to show you? All right, stitches can vary in size. You can do little bitty stitches or you can do big long stitches that look like you're just kind of basting it together, okay? And that's what this does. That goes up to a 4 or down to a 0. Now a 0 you wouldn't want right now because you're going to sew a seam. So we're going to start out at about a 1.5, okay? Let's see what that looks like. All right, and then we got a pattern selector dial. That's this. If everybody wants to see that, it's got a lot of patterns in this machine.
I'm going to show them this too.
Yes, Trey likes to play with the wheel and run the needle up and down. But when you hook it up to the power, your foot will run the needle up and down. You won't need to use that, okay? Except to get it up out of the fabric before you pull whatever it is out. All right, this is where you pick your stitches, Trey. Look at all the stitches it has.
Just getting it all the way up.
You see all the stitches it has?
Yes.
You can do all these different kind of stitches.
This is,
So
I know some stitches.
Yeah, look at them. We got straight stitching and zigzagging, and that's where you make a buttonhole. And then you got several decorative stitches. That'll be fun to play with.
Okay.
All right.
And there's a flower stitch.
And then you have your one-step buttonhole lever. That's number 12. That's this little thing you were messing with over here. No, this is it right here. If you look on this side, you can see it's got a picture of a buttonhole. Look on my side.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
You pull it down apparently to use it. I don't know, but we'll get to that. Anyway, you see how it's got the picture of the buttonhole on it?
Yeah.
And there's a picture right here of a buttonhole. You would have to have that set with this dot to make a buttonhole. Okay? And then an automatic threader, which is 13. Oh, that's this bit. Oh, well, mercy. Okay, so you got an automatic threader right here, Joshua. Now, I'm not sure how that works, but we'll have to try that out. I never had one of those. Okay. All right, so that's the parts of your machine, okay? Now, if you look at the back of the machine, here, let's look at the back of the machine now. Just turn it around.
There's nothing much to look at.
Well, I'm going to show you what there is to look at. Okay, so number 1 is this horizontal spool pin. So if you get one of those spools out of there, Trey. Yep, any of them will be fine. Any color.
It's a good pick.
I'll just pick 2 colors.
You just need one color. So what you'll do, and what I like to do is if these have that little cut where you hold the end of the thread, I like to keep that away from where it's feeding off, because if you put it on like this where it's feeding off, it can get caught when it's pulling out.
Oh, okay.
So I like to put that cut end over here next to this. So what you do is you pull that up and you stick that on.
And then you need a
And then
cut.
okay, but you're not done yet. Just hang on a minute.
Can I show them the cut?
No, not yet. Let's wait until we get it threaded. Okay, leave that
Step at a
alone.
time, buddy.
Okay, so that's your spool pin. Then you have the hole for an auxiliary spool pin, and that is this. And I'm not sure what goes in there yet because we haven't figured out all these bits and pieces. I'm thinking it's going to have something to do with this piece, but
It looks like that might be it.
I think that might be it. And I usually just leave mine in all the time.
Oh, okay.
But if you're
That
going to be
just to
putting that
hold it?
cover, that is, if you prefer your spool to unwind over here, you can use it here instead of here. Or if you're going back and forth from one color to another, you can use the extra one,
okay.
however you want to do it. But now on mine, okay, we're going to leave it there for right now because it's kind of stuck. I think that that's what this is. This is what this looks. Okay, thank you. That's it. He-Man right there. This holds your spool on here so that it doesn't come flying off.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And then it should keep it from getting caught, but I have had mine work loose a little bit and still get caught, so that's why I like to put that cut end over here. Okay, then you have your hand wheel. This is called the hand wheel right here. That's where you can turn it by hand, okay?
And can I show them cut?
No, not yet. We're not there yet. We got to thread it first, okay? And then you got a power and a light switch. Do you know where that is? Nope, that's not it. There you go. It's down here. It's down here by the plug. You got your power and your light. You see the light came on? That's so you can see what you're sewing. And then you got a main plug socket, which is where you've got this plugged in.
And
then
whatever you turn it on at.
Huh?
What do you turn it on at?
That button right there turns it on. Now the machine is on. Okay?
So how do you make it run?
Well, I'm going to show you that. We're going to get to that, okay?
Can I turn it off?
No, leave it on. All right, your bobbin thread guide is this little thing up here. So when we thread the machine, the thread has to go through this little piece, okay? It also has to go through this little piece. This is your...
And then through this piece.
This is called your... I don't know what this one's called. I'm trying to find it. Upper thread guide, maybe? Yeah, upper thread guide.
And this. Do this.
Which one? And that one? Yeah, I'm guessing that this probably goes through here. Does it have numbers on it there, Trey?
Yes.
Oh, look, it has numbers. It tells you how to thread the machine. That's sewing for dummies. Okay, so then it goes into here. So now you got to find 3. Where's 3? Right down through there and around 4 and back up to 5. Now, see, this is where you've got to use your flywheel to get that back up here where it needs to be. And then it goes through that and hooks down into there. You see where it's hooked to there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we're going to pull it through a little bit. And it goes back through 6. Okay. And you pull it over here to the side. And I'm guessing that the 7th thing is going to be...
The automatic.
Let's see if we can find that automatic needle threader. This is your all-purpose presser foot. This presser foot right here, okay? That is your all-purpose presser foot. And I'm thinking...
Wait, what happens if you get sew through your finger?
If you sew through your finger, it hurts really, really, really bad because I've done it several times. I don't know for sure how these pop off. I'm going to wait till we get to that step.
Okay.
Mine you just push down on them and they pop off. But there may be a lever that I have to pull. And I'm not feeling one, but I don't want to break anything.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the all-purpose foot tray. All right, then
Put
this
your hand on that, buddy.
this one is your zipper foot. Do you see how it's made different and it doesn't have
Yes.
sides on it on this side of the holes?
Yes.
That's so that you can get up right next to the edge of the zipper when you're sewing. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And then
That's for zippers.
that's for zippers. And then this is your buttonhole foot, which we're going to have to read the directions to figure out how to use this, but that is your buttonhole foot. That might be another day, another video for another day.
Maybe part 2.
Yeah, and this one is, I'm not sure what this one is. I don't even see this one on the picture unless it's supposed to be that. A button sewing foot. No, that's this one. This is your button sewing foot. This one has something to do with putting a button on.
What left do we got to go?
We went over that. That was the brush. This
Can I just show you an example of the brush again?
This is something you would use in quilting. It's a guide, so you know how far you are from your seam. Okay. No, that goes down inside of the bobbin.
So can I show an example?
Not right yet.
Hold on. We'll get there.
Now, if you're using that spool pin that's on the top, you might want to use this little felt piece on there to keep it spinning right. Okay. This is this is a screwdriver.
Oh,
I never.
okay.
But okay, that's some sort of screwdriver that you use on some part somewhere. I don't know yet. What you
And spool, you can use a spool.
Yeah, you can put a small spool up there if you wanted to.
And if You know the metal bobber things?
No, we're not putting those.
It goes up here.
Well, we're going to get to that. I'm going to show you how to wind a bobbin.
Yep.
This plate is a darning plate. Okay, it's made a little bit different than this plate, okay, or this plate. What this does is this covers, these are called feed dogs, these little rough things under here, that's what pulls your fabric through, okay? But when you put this plate on, this plate's got a raised area right there, it covers the feed dogs so that when you're darning something, like fixing a hole in something, this is the only part that you can see through. So you have a free range of motion. You don't have to sew straight. You can go to the side or whatever way you need to do. This is to, like if you're feeding something and hemming something and you want it to be certain width, you can use this and move it back and forth. You see how that moves back and forth?
Oh, I see.
And that is a guide. It's a foot with a guide on it.
Oh,
Okay. If you're trying to make your seam be perfectly straight, like a hemming pair of pants or something.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can figure out that that's for. But it's not in the book. All right, you want to wind the bobbin?
What bobbin? Oh, this?
All right, we need, the bobbin is in this hole right here. Did you pay attention when I told you how to open it?
Yeah.
Can we turn it off before we do that?
No,
Okay.
just pull the bobbin up
Why do we gotta?
and out. All right, now the bobbin goes on top of here.
Why is there one in there?
Why is there one what in there?
Why?
Make sure you're winding it from the same way it was on there. I don't know if this
Might have
one.
to turn it a
Let me
certain
see
way.
if this.
Oh, I
Does
see.
it have holes on both sides?
I see how it goes.
Okay. Now what you do here, Trey. Let me make sure because this may be different from mine. Okay, that's a really confusing picture. Trey,
Dang it.
do not press the foot.
Just trying to move it.
Okay. Just don't do that. All right, we got to pull the thread out back to right here.
Can I put this back in?
No, you don't need to because we're going to put the bobbin back in. All right, look. So through there, and then you go on the back side of that one like that.
This
Wind
is
it
important
around
'cause
that
you're gonna
one.
do this a lot, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, and it's way too long, so I hate wasting thread, so I'm going to pull some back into here. I'm going to just pull it back, wind it back up on there. Okay, wait a minute. We don't want too much sticking out. And I'm going to show you what you do with it when you wind it.
And then.
Hold on. Okay, yeah.
Wait, look.
It's got to go underneath that little lip on that, okay? It's got to stay around that.
Look. Does it need to go right here?
No. It needs to go through this one and then this one. If you look right here, you see that picture? That's the bobbin. That's showing you what to do. So you go through this one first. And then, actually, you know what? They're going around this way. They're going from the front to the back like that. So we got to pay attention to how they did it. All right, now it's got to go up through the hole in the bobbin. Oh, this is the fun part. I may have to pull it off of there to get it to do it.
Why is this the fun part?
Because it's hard to get these little threads to go through these little bitty holes because you got to come up from the inside of the bobbin. And this one's got a hair on the end, so it's being really stubborn. Oh, I did it. Okay, and then you put the bobbin on here, okay? All right, and then you push this over to that. You see what I did? I pushed this that way. And now, sit down. You're going to get to do it finally. You get to put your foot on the bobbin thing. Now, I'm going to hold on to this real tight because what it's going to do is when it starts winding, this is eventually going to break off in my hand. So start
wait, do I put this in
You
there?
don't need to put that in there.
So I can do it?
Just mash the foot pedal.
Gentle.
You see it? Well, yours is not breaking. Okay, stop. That's enough. We're not going to put that much on there because we just playing. Mine breaks it off. I don't know why yours is no.
I might just do it a little more. Just one more.
One more. Okay, that's enough. Now hold on. Don't pull anything off until I tell you. We gotta make sure we do it all in the right order. You wind it. No, they actually
Grandpa,
show you cutting
can
it
you
off.
get
Maybe it's
away
just
from
that
me?
my bobbins are made different or something.
Oh, man.
Or maybe it's my old thread. Dry rotted. It's dry rotted. Most of my thread is pretty old.
Then
See,
you can.
the only thing I don't like about this is that coming up like that. I would probably use mine on this.
Do that one. Just
Yeah, I would probably just put my thread on that one.
Here, you can use all thread.
We don't need another one. We have one right here, and you want your bobbin to match your thread. Okay, when you're sewing. Unless you're trying to be artsy or something, which usually even then you're gonna want it. You're gonna want them to match, because if some of it gets pulled through to the right side that shouldn't be on the right side, then you're gonna have little dots in your seam.
What else?
All right. The next thing you do, Trey, is you cut this. Okay. Then we unwind that one. Now we got to thread the machine again. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not up there. So what do? Number 5 is not up there. What do? The flywheel. Where's the flywheel? Not the button. Not the pedal.
This.
Which one's the flywheel? There you go. And then you put that. Pull that till it drops down in there. And then that goes there. And now...
Go through 4.
Okay, one more thing we should do. And I'm going to turn that off before you sew somebody's finger. Okay, to get the bobbin off, what do you think you need to do first? What did we do up here? Do you remember?
Yeah.
What did we do? We pushed it in, so now you got to push it out and unlock it, and then pull it up. There you go. There's your bobbin. Okay, so now you're going to take your bobbin, and you're going to put your bobbin down in this hole. Now, you keep your foot away from that foot pedal, because I don't want to get sewed, okay?
What's the flat?
Don't worry about the flat thing. We got to get the bobbin in the hole first. Let's see which way it says to do this. Now, look at that picture, Trey. You got to bring, the thread's got to be coming from around from that side, okay? Coming this way. You put the bobbin down in here, and then you just kind of
Loop it through there.
hang on a minute.
It says loop it through there.
It does, doesn't it? Loop it through here.
Look.
Is that it?
Got it.
Okay. All right. And then to do the needle, wait a minute. Let's don't do anything about putting that on it. I'm going to just do the needle like this, and y'all can figure out the... Well, I say I am.
You can try to cut it.
I don't think it's going to help, Trey. I just cut this piece of thread. This used to be so easy.
Are you threading it manually?
Yeah, I was trying to. All right, let's see if we can figure out how this thing works. Let's pull this thing down and push that over. Let's see. All right. Turn the page. Let's see what it says here, Trey. Do you see anything about it? Yeah, we went behind that thing on top. And then... Here it is. Here's the automatic needle threader. Let's see what you do. What do you do? Can you tell?
You put it on the needle.
Where do we put the thread?
It says,
Oh, do we just pop it back through here maybe?
no, it says put it right on a loop right there. You see, like, it has a little crack thing up down there.
Uh-huh. Does this go into here maybe?
Can I try to?
No, I don't go there.
Look, you see it says, put it under this.
Under this? Right here? Look at that.
Did that do it?
I think it did, actually. It did. You're so smart. Look at that. Okay, and then
You see it, I can only tell because it said, loop it through there.
Yeah, I see that. I'm not sure we did it exactly right, but it worked. We got it in. All right, then you take flywheel. Okay, this is when you use the flywheel, mostly.
Can I try?
You're going to run it down and back up. Okay? Now, see how it grabbed? See how it grabbed the bobbin thread right there? You see? And when I pull this, what does it do? Any seam that you see, hold on a minute. All right. Then there was a loop there, so I just pulled that on through. So now you got the bobbin thread and the top thread. When you have a seam, there has to be a thread coming along the bottom. The needle goes down and picks up that bottom thread and hooks to it each stitch.
Oh,
They interlock each stitch.
I got you.
So,
That's how it.
you ever open one of those bags of dog food that has two strings you pull?
Yeah.
Think about that concept. It's kind of like that.
Okay. I got it.
Again.
And that's why sometimes when you buy cheap clothes and you pull a string, the whole thing comes undone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you want to work. You want to see how it does the cutter. Where's the cutter? Show us where the cutter is.
It comes right here, and then
So you just pull these up here, and you cut them
Look
off.
at there.
And now they're the same length. There you go.
that's very sharp. That's very, very sharp.
It's very sharp. Yeah, that's why I told you not to get your finger too close to it. All right.
What else do we do? What else?
Well,
Well, that's up to your daddy.
all right. Let's see what we've got here.
So we're gonna fix these jeans.
You know what would be easier, Trey? Because you're going to need it this way to get this on here straight. Let's flip the leg open, or the other direction here, wrong side out. Now we need some of those pins. The
So
pins that you bought.
These? These safety pins?
Not safety pins. Those yellow pins will work.
Wait, so we're gonna sew it by hand?
I'm going to show you what we do. That's what God gave us long fingernails for. All right, but here's the thing. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna just pin that down like that so it doesn't slide, and I'm gonna pin one at the top, but then we're gonna flip it back, okay? And we're gonna pin it on the other side because we're gonna sew from the other side. Okay, Trey. Now hold on just 1 minute. Let me go get something. I'm gonna show you something that helps with this kind of thing.
Sally?
This is called a sleeve board. And when you're working up inside of a tight place like this is a good thing to have. So what you do is you sleeve board, because it's about the size of a sleeve, but kids' pants are about the size of a sleeve too. So you pull these down on here like this.
Did y'all already pin that?
Yes, I've got a pin on the inside that's so it doesn't slide around on us.
Okay.
But now I'm going to come back on the outside of it, okay? And I'm going to repin it. Okay?
Good.
Okay, so I'm just going to put a couple of pins in like that. Now what I would normally do is I would use this stuff that's iron-on, I don't know what they call it now. It used to be called stitchery witchery or iron-on interfacing or whatever. I would have put that under there and ironed it into place before I tried to stitch it.
Yeah.
Just helps to hold it better. Now I took those two pins out that were on the inside.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so all we have now are pins on the outside, except that I'm going to want them to go the other way so you can pull them out better. So when you're sewing, a good rule is don't sew over pins. I have done it, but you got to be really careful. You got to go slow because it will break your needle. If you're not real careful, you can hit a pin. If you're going really slow, it'll usually just kind of push the pin out of the way, but the best idea is just don't do it. So Trey, we got to pull this off. Do you remember how?
Yep.
I think we kind of pulled up or out. Maybe it was out. How did we do that?
Can I try?
Did it slide off this end?
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Daddy was right. All right, so now you got to put the leg on there.
Yep.
Okay, we got to have this part come right here.
Okay.
No. You got to put this. You got to put this over this arm.
Oh.
Now this is going to be a little bit hard to do.
A good idea.
Wait a minute. We got to get it all the way in there. All right. Now put the pressure foot down now. All right. Now we're going to learn about zigzagging. All right, we got it in there, so I'm going to take that pin out of the way for a moment. And I wish yours had a slow stitch like mine, but it does not. All right, this was your width of your stitch. Do you see the little zigzag up there? Shows it getting bigger. So we're going to do a wide one to start with. I don't really know how.
Okay, let me try.
And we're going to do them a little bit farther apart.
Can I try?
I have no idea about this because we haven't even tried a straight stitch, but we're going to try it. Okay?
Can I try?
Just a little bit. When I say stop, you take your foot off, okay? I'm going to hold it. Normally when you put something through here, you want to hold the back and the front and kind of help it feed through, okay? You hold it down here with this hand. Put that hand back here and kind of pull a little bit. Not really pull, but just keep it straight, okay? All right. Well, stop. It's not zigzagging. Hold on a minute.
Does this need to be on?
Yep, probably so. You see what we did there, Trey?
Yeah.
We didn't put it on
So now
zigzag.
how do you go back? Or do you need to go back? Can you just
Well,
keep going
usually if I do this, now try hitting it. The pedal. This should bring us back. Oh, look at there. Stop. Now you gotta let up sooner. Okay, back again. Just a few little stitches. Wait a minute. What happened to our thread? Hop up.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. That's one thing you need to remember, Trey, is when you're starting a seam, and Joshua, you want to hold on to the end of that thread so that it doesn't get pulled back up by the needle and pulled out of the eye. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's not working. How did we do that before, Trey?
I know.
Pull that down.
And then put it through here.
My eyes are so old, I don't know, Trey.
Let me turn it off or on.
Look at that. Professional. I'll tell you what, where's a piece of that? Where's a piece of that leg?
Where's the scrap piece,
Bef-
right?
before we...
We gave it like to
you
Sally.
You gave it to
Well, there's a
Sally.
little tiny piece right there, but
This
I'll
piece.
just get a piece of this. Oh no, I need a bigger scrap than that to play with. And let's just check our stitches and see how our tension is. Oh, we got some. Okay, that is back to 0. At stitch length. That ought to be enough to look at. I can tell you the bottom feels a little bumpy.
You sewed it.
I did, and then so if it's caught like that, if you'll just raise that a little bit more, it'll eventually let go. But if it's stuck, just work gently with it. Don't just jerk it out, okay? See, I don't think the tension's quite right. You see how that doesn't look real straight? Okay, let's try that again and see if this does better this time.
I'll just take away this. Thank you.
Okay, so we started out at a 4.
Can I try?
Well,
Can you
look,
hold it up here,
look,
Trey?
let's hold it up there. We started out at a 4, and we got it eventually down to a 1. And I think we're going to go with the 1. You don't have to worry about cutting those off because
So
that's trash.
this is where we started out on this side,
Just
and
wanna
then we
use those
changed the
big
settings
scissors.
and got to this.
Yeah. All right. All right, Trey, can I just get it started for you?
Yes.
And then I'll let you take over, okay?
Okay.
just so we can get this to hold in place where it needs
This
to
is
be.
our first time doing it. We are learning this. We're
And
not professionals
It's
yet.
not easy. Okay, so we want to line that up where it's going to catch this side is going to catch about right along this way, okay? So that it catches all these raw edges. And this side, it'll just hopefully be about right there, okay? So I'm going to really hang on to these pieces of thread because you don't want them to pull back down into the machine, okay?
Okay.
Because you can get a knotty mess down there in your bobbin. All right, so we got it going. We got all the stitches set right. Let's try it and see what happens.
I got it.
All right,
Okay,
you
so
ready?
I'm going to take this one out, and I'm going to take this one out.
And this one out.
Okay, go ahead and take that one out. And where's our pin
Where's
thing?
your pin cushion?
The pin cushion.
Where was it? No, these go over
Oh,
here.
he's going here. That's right.
It's
There we
fine.
go.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm going to get it down here, and I'm going to back it up for you so you can go down this side, okay? And you're going to have to kind of work with these legs and pull them around, okay? Now we want to go backwards, so we're going to pull this down. Oh, it zigzags backwards. So that makes it easy to do it over the seam twice. They don't normally do that. Okay.
I got it now.
Well, here's the thing. I got to get you over here somehow. I'm gonna go backwards a little bit further. And then I'm going to try to turn this a little bit. And we're going to go forward. And then I'm going to turn it back this way a little bit. And we're going to go, we got to get up to that other corner over there.
Can you see what Grandma's doing?
Now, if I get it over here on this side, I can turn it a little more this way.
And then I just pull it down.
Yeah, we pull that down and we sit there over here to
Now,
this
you ready to
side.
do it, Trey?
Yes.
All right, now you can come down that side. And you got to remember to keep it where this side is getting, you know, caught and it's coming down about like right here.
All right. Be careful of your fingers. You don't rush.
Can you help me?
And that's the only thing, this thing doesn't have speeds.
Can you, like, put it on my other foot?
Oh, you gonna
You
be a
want to take your
left-footed
boot off so
driver?
you can feel it better, buddy?
You might do
You
better.
might do better with your boot off. Why don't you do that?
Yeah. Just one boot off.
And just remember, let off when you need to stop. Okay?
So did it pull it?
You got put one hand back here
One
and
hand.
one hand in the front, holding this down straight. Okay? Go for it. All right, keep going. Okay, what you gotta do, let go. Let go. We gotta pull some from under here. Okay? All right, now reach back here and grab some. All right, now keep going. Pull it. Pull it. Stop, stop, stop. You're getting a little too thick there. I don't know why it's not pulling. Okay, hold on. All right, push the pedal. Let me pull it. Push the foot pedal.
Just a little bit.
It just kind of stuck. All right, well, stop. All right, now, I want you, you know what, I think it was getting caught on this other thread.
Oh, okay.
That might have been what did it.
Then I'm going to do, like, once I finish that, I'm going to do a back stitch.
Yeah, we're gonna do a back stitch now is what we're gonna do. Okay? All right,
Do you need to pull that side?
you go to pull it this way this time. I'll hold on to this side and keep it going straight. Pull. You're not
I'm
pulling.
doing back stitch.
I know you're doing a back stitch, but you got to pull it. Whoa, stop. Broke a needle.
Oh.
Okay, hop up
Well, let's learn how to deal with that.
into that shaft, and you'll feel it can only go so far. And then you tighten this back up. And we'll use this little screwdriver to get it good and tight.
Okay, I think that's good.
Now let's see. Now we got to get it threaded again, though. Okay. I'm thinking this should have something right here that this should catch on. I bet that was it right there. And that should be behind there. You see that little thing right there, Trey?
Yeah.
The thread needs to also catch behind that, I believe.
Oh, did we not do that before?
We didn't do that before, but every machine I've ever had has had some little something right there that you caught it on right above the needle.
Gotcha.
All right, I cut it off. You see if you can run it through there. See if you can thread the needle.
Can I sit right here?
You got better eyes than I do.
I mean, I can't vision far, but I have kind of bad eyesight, but I'm fine. So do I just...
Just poke it through the hole. It helps to hold it a little closer to the end, yeah. Not as easy as it looks, is it?
No. But can I do the automatic thing?
You can try.
So I
You want me to pull it down?
Yep.
Okay.
Loop it like that.
Oh, I see what it does. Okay.
All right. It didn't do it. Now pull it up into that little V right there. All right, now I'm going to see if that did it. Look at that. That did it. Now you got to have a little tiny something to pull that loop through.
Like so?
Do you see what we did?
Mm-hmm.
I see how it works. Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
We figured it out, Trey.
Let me see.
Okay. We're up and running.
Now I can sew again.
Yes, but when I say stop this time, stop.
I'm just going to scoot closer. Can I scoot closer?
You can scoot a little
Can you
closer.
scoot me closer for me? Because it's hard for me with socks.
Oh, mercy. So needy. So needy.
Wait,
Wait a minute. You know what we hadn't checked, though? Where's our bobbin thread?
bobbin thread.
We gotta, is it still attached to the underside of the pants? No, leave that up. Oh, it is, okay. All right, well, we're gonna go with it and see if it'll hang on, okay? So, mainly you just need to hang on to this one. I'll hold on to it for you.
But we're doing good. But the problem is the blue stitches don't match.
Oh, it's okay. That's the cool part. All right, this time we're going to just come back up here and we're going to go down this side again. So, all right, press her foot down. Press her foot down.
Press this thing. You like
You got to remember the names. Press her foot down. All right.
Now,
Now.
just go slow with it, okay?
Do you see how much you press it controls the speed?
Go fast. Go slow.
Yeah, it'll sew better if you go a little slow. All right, I think we're there. All right, now,
Good job, man.
flywheel,
Flywheel?
flywheel.
Yep, pull your needle up.
Needle got to come all the way out of the fabric and stuff, all the way up, as high as it'll go. There you go. All right, then press her foot up. Now, see if you can pull it out. Will it pull?
Can you
This?
pull the jeans
Will
off?
the jeans come off?
Gently.
Gently. Is the bobbin moving too? Is it pulling?
Is it done?
Well, let's pull it out and see. Now look at there.
Look at there.
Is it done?
And I like to keep my threads about this long so I can hang on to them.
Okay.
All right, let's cut that off. Now flip it to pull the inside. Kind of flip it a little bit so we can get the threads out of the inside because that won't be comfortable. Whichever way you want to turn it. Also, we're going to take off some of that excess fabric back there. Just grab that and pull it. There you go. Okay, see we got, here's some long threads. And you don't want all that inside
I cut
the
it?
pant. No, you're going to let me do this part. Yeah, because I don't want you to cut another hole in your pants to have to fix. And there are special scissors that they make, applique scissors come to mind, that will keep you from cutting into that other piece of fabric. But we're just going to cut this off like this, and after they're washed, you won't even hardly notice it's in there. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But if it bugs you, y'all can get some Wonder Under or Stitchery Witchery or something like that to just be careful when you're using that, because if any of it gets on your iron, it makes a royal mess.
Wow.
There we go. Now let's see how that looks.
Look at there.
That's not a bad little machine, Joshua.
Your jeans are fixed.
Yeah. Okay.
You did it yourself.
Pretty nice.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
You can go to school and tell your friends, look, I did this. I fixed my own pants.
Hey,
Where's
Dad.
the off switch? There it is.
Hey, Dad.
All right.
What else are we gonna do?
Well, I think it's time for you to close out this video and tell Grandma thank you.
Thank you, Grandma.
You're welcome, sweetie.
All right. What do you want to tell everybody?
Bye.